Paladin, I have done you a great wrong. I allowed myself to be hoodwinked, accused you of treason, and then turned my sword against you. I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me. I don't know, Jinlins. I'm gonna let this one pass, but I'm certainly not gonna follow you around anymore. As for me, yes, I am recovered from my wounds, at least those that will heal. But far more important than that, Solkzagel is innocent after all. He was never a traitor, and the dream that I followed in my youth was not a lie. I remain captain of the elite, although a poor substitute for my predecessor. I am now working on a plan to strike back the Monotheist and restore the Sultan Sworn to its former strength. No, do not be afraid for me. We've unmasked the foe, and he cannot hide behind his deceptions anymore. The assassins won't find it easy to reach me. For now, I will bide my time, marshal my strength, and, when the time is ripe, strike hard at the enemy. Welcome, Paladin. I had hoped to see you before I left. You remained a true friend, even after the wrongs I did to you, and I owe you my trust. So I will tell you everything I have learned. After our encounter in the hills, I spent some time in the care of Solkzagel, recovering from my wounds. As I convalesced, he gave me the true account of what happened these past few years in solitary war against the Monotheist. After he went into hiding, he tried to get word to me about what was happening, but I was surrounded by agents in the pay of the Monotheist who kept me isolated and ignorant. They planted that lie that Solkzagel was a traitor and tricked me into tracking him down. I was their puppet, twitching obediently at the end of the strings they pulled. But when I discovered that Death's embrace had been behind the demise of my brothers and sisters, they panicked, especially when they found out I had shared the information with you. They set a trap for us and baited it with the promise of a parley with Solkzagel. Solkzagel was no traitor, as I should well have known, but I allowed myself to be deceived by the whispers of murmurs and flatterers. And no, that was not the way of it. It was not that their lies that made me blind, but my desire, nay, my obsession to restore our honor. For the Sultan Sworn, and all paladins who have bent the knee to the higher cause, honor is a means to an end, not the end itself. I lost sight of that, and in doing so, lost sight of my true duty. Solkzagel understood what was happening, and that is why he gave you the soul of the paladin. It was a remonstration, a message. Look how adventurers live, he was telling me. Where does their honor, their authority come from? I owe my position to the machinations of the monarchists. Oh my god. That was awful. Let me start again. I owe my position to the machinations of the monotheists. That was worse, but whatever. They calculated that a young captain, eager to prove his loyalty, bound by unquestioned fealty, would be all the easier to control. They were right. I am a sham and a fake, but the world does not know that, and even the illusion of power is a power of sorts. I can use it to fight back. I will tell my subordinates that I'm fleeing to Snowcloak and Korthus. When the monotheists hear of this, as they surely will, they will send assassins after me again. But when they show their hand, I will stand my ground and fight back. I realize you may wish to offer your assistance. However, I cannot in good conscience put you in harm's way anymore. You too have become a target of the Cabal's assassins. The odds will be against me, that much is certain, but Solkzagel has taught me much, and I am brave and vigilant. I know I can triumph. I am sorry you have been caught up in your own political struggles, but now, as a paladin, it is time you traveled your own path. Ah yes, Solkzagel wished to have a word with you as well. You will find him in central Thanalan. Allow me to mark the location on your map. I don't know whatever possesses me to play these games, thinking I have the capability to read well enough to do it. Sometimes I wonder how you guys put up with it. What's really funny is I have a lot of friends from the UK who speak very, very, very good English for obvious reasons. And they do it with a grand touch of pomp and circumstance to it as well. And they're very posh, and I love it. I love listening to them talk. They're quite good at it. And then I wonder if they ever watch these videos, or if they listen to me, if they're just like, oh my god, if only the Americans had stayed under our rule for a little longer, maybe we could have helped them learn how to speak proper English. Thank you for coming, Sophie. We haven't much time, so I will be blunt. Genlins will die if he faces death's embrace alone. I know what I must do, and I suspect you do as well. If you are the woman I believe you to be, then we shall meet again soon. That was rather blunt. It always makes me laugh. Oh wow! The coin purse thing is up. I'm so getting in on this. This is a great fate, guys. If you can get in. Oh, I have to level sync? Dang it. Come on, double sync. There we go. This is a great one. Are there actually people doing fates right now? Or is it just because this is a good fate to do? Probably because this is a good fate to do. Get out, go, 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 go. Oh, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Alright. This is when it gets really scary, is when you have all these. So, this is a pretty good time to talk about this, but this used to be one of the big zones for leveling fate grind. When ARR was still new, and I think probably during Heaven's Orb too, the best way to level your characters, not your characters, your jobs, because you know you can play every job. The best way to level your jobs, honestly, especially if you're a DPS, was to do fate grinds. You would go to certain zones that were, oh no, 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 run away, run away, run away, run away. You would go to certain zones and do the, oh no, not two in a row, get out, get out, get out. He would join a party. Party Finder would be filled with people that were doing fate grinds in the different zones. The real popular ones were in Lenosha near Elport. That was real popular because you used to have to do a lot of stuff to get the... You used to have to get like 1,000 seals in order to get your chocobo. Now you just need like 200, I think, but... I mentioned that earlier when I got my chocobo. Like, that was one of the things I talked about, was like, you used to have to get like a lot more seals. And now you don't, but back then you did. So people would farm fates in Elport because it was like the best level for that, for people that were ready to get their chocobos, basically. So that was a real popular one. And you would usually level that until about 30 or so. And then I think you could come out here at about 35. So you would do a couple dungeons, maybe do your roulettes. And then you'd come out here about 35, and then the bottom half of... I'll open the map here in a second. Run out, run out, run out, run out! Yeah! And you get the pet. That's why it's great, because you get seals and you get a pet. So the map here, you can see there's like the bottom half down here But this lower part here, you could do from like 35 to 40, and then from 40 to about 45, you would do the top half. Alright, here we go. Quest the clock, man. You as well? I told you to go ground. This isn't your fight. First Sulk Saggle, now you? Are you both so eager to die? You forget that we are paladins. Wheresoever our duty leads us, we go, and do so for our own free will. To abide by one's own sense of justice is to embrace the Paladin's creed. Sworn or unsworn, we are Paladins true, and the only true oath we swear is the one we swear to ourselves. Of the three of us, Jenkles, you have the least impressive sword. My sword's way better than yours. Now, come, let us stand shoulder to shoulder and show the Blackhearts the metal of our stoles and steel of our swords. I'm gonna read that again because that was kind of weird. Show the Blackhearts the metal of our souls and the steel of our swords. There we go. That sounds better. So I just want you two monsters to know that I just helped take down a giant Cyclops with a bunch of people. I am not scared of you two at all. I was kind of expecting more like a group of assassins, though, than a couple of monsters. This is kind of odd to me. That it? These voids were called forth by a mage who I suspect is observing as we speak. Spread out and search for anything unusual, but tread lightly. This could very well be a trap. Okay, that makes more sense. But now I have to sneak around and find the mage. But I gotta do it in 26 minutes or less. Well, I think I found the mage. Or if nothing else, I found something that was glowing. What sorcery is this? Likely the work of our mage. It pulses with a queer light. Up above, it's the mage. The grimoire is a trap. Oh, I did not get far enough away there. Oh, apparently there's assassins over here. Let me help kill these guys. This is much more what I was expecting. And then there's like a big old, whoa, is that a dragon? Oh god, it's gonna keep summoning them until I beat the thing up. Oh no, not another one. Oh my god, I gotta stop. I gotta stop this. Alright, we're gonna get this guy down first. Because he's been annoying me this whole time I've been trying to beat that book up. Which is not a phrase I ever expected to say. You know, beating a book up. There we go. That was a much better fight. You've done well. You never flinched from your duty. You followed the path you knew you had to take, and you showed us what it means to be a paladin. And you even managed to prize the scales from Jinlin's eyes while you were at it. It's been an honor to know you and to watch you grow. In any case, today's battle should be the Monothurus dagger, at least for a while. Should blunt the Monothurus dagger, at least for a while. They'll think twice about sending assassins after the Sultansworn again. I trust you will see to this mess, Jinlins? Yes, sir. I mean, Captain. Please, sir, return to the capital. Take up your command again. The burden, it is too much for the likes of me. The Monothurus may have stolen Oathkeeper, but oaths are not forged in steel, they are sworn in the heart. You never betrayed your oaths, Jinlin, and as for your leadership, well, ask this paladin if she learned anything from you. Yeah, I learned how to betray your friends, and fall for trickery, and then try to commit seppuku. No matter what the circumstances, once a man has left the Sultansworn, he cannot return. Now I followed my own path, and on it I will stay. I have followed you since the day I vowed to join the ranks of the Sultansworn. Has the time come for me to stop following and begin to lead? Thank you for coming. Once again, you have placed me in your debt. See me in the city when you return. I will have something for you. So technically, if you continue down the Paladin path, in Heaven's Word, you'll see Sulk-Zaggle again. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Welcome, Paladin. These have been troubled times for the Sultansworn, and you have served us loyally. You did what was just, followed the Paladin way, and defended the weak and needy. You are a true Oathkeeper. Honor and right were yours from the very beginning, and that is what made you strong enough to defeat me. The sword Oathkeeper has yet to be found, but I have come to realize that I do not need it. Nay, not to lead the Sultansworn, nor to restore our good name. The oaths we keep are in our hearts, not in the hallowed blades. Sulk-Zaggle has left to wander the nations of Eorzea. He is a man of honor, and unless I am very much mistaken, he will continue to look for the sword that was gifted by our rulers centuries ago. I shall continue to serve Ul'dah as one of the Sultansworn. You shall defend the people of Eorzea as a free Paladin. Our paths diverge now, but we shall forever be bound by the oaths we keep in our hearts. Ah, but listen to me. Noble words aren't much good to an adventurer who has to face monsters and menaces out in the real world. Fortunately, I have something that will serve you rather better. This sacred armor has been kept within the Sultansworn for many generations. It was given only to those Sultansworn who had, through feats of arms and deeds of great courage, earned the privilege to wear it. But something tells me that for the first time since it left the Armorer's Forge, this armor should go to someone who is not of the Sultansworn. If I am allowed myself to be the salve to tradition, the Paladin who deserves it the most would never wear it. Now, wouldn't that be a waste of a fine plate? Just one thing, if anyone asks where you got it, you mustn't say it was me. So, you get your Paladin armor, which is fine, but you also get your Hallowed Ground, which is great. Very good ability. But here's the real kicker. You get Valor Armor. So, Valor Armor is the level 2 artifact armor, okay? So you have your level 1 artifact armor from doing the quest, and then we're going to get all the level 2 armor. Now there's a reason for that. And that is because the way that you could earn the level 2 armor in a Realm Reborn, they removed it, and for a while you couldn't get it at all. This concludes the Paladin quest for Final Fantasy Realm Reborn. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main scenario quest before the dawn. Once you've done so, the next Paladin quest will be available from Jinlands. So, let's just do this real quick. First, we'll get out of that guy's way. Alright, so let's... Oh, yeah, my pet. Learn that real quick. Okay. So here's the Galleon Armor. We'll take them. This is your level 1 artifact armor, right? So this is the armor that you get originally in Realm Reborn. This was the armor that you got for just doing the storyline. You get to level 50, you get your awesome armor. Every class had an armor set. It was great, right? And then traditionally Final Fantasy has, even in Realm Reborn, had a second set of armor that was your next level up, right? So, and specific to your class. That was this armor, the Valor Armor. Now, the way you earned it in A Realm Reborn, as I mentioned before, no longer exists. So you actually couldn't get it anymore for a while, and then they decided to start giving it out as part of the quest line, which I think is a nice touch. So now for the original classes that were available at launch, ARR, when you finish their storyline, you get both sets of gear. It is a big jump in gear. I mean, like, my gear score is gonna jump up. You can see it was 26, and now it will be 60. That's what that little number is. That's what your gear score is. So that was a huge jump up, right? And it looks great, doesn't it? I love the level 2 armor because it's got the white trim instead of the silver trim, and then it's got the blue for the oh, it looks so good. It's like pure white armor with like blue cloak on it. Looks or tunic, blue tunic, and the blue on the helm. But the pure white trim looks so good. Oh, so good. Well, I guess it's white armor with gold trim, but it just looks so good. I love it. Look at me. I look so good.